this week has been a good week. We passed 50 subscribers, so thank you all and welcome. There's been one lady that I think she watched every single one going back. She just joined and she commented about 50% of them, so that was nice. And she asked if I'd do how me and George met, so this is it. We met online, yeah, trying to think what date, in November time 2004. I was bored and I was on AOL playing games, and George says that he was just bored himself and he typed in on chat just A and then just looked through everyone's photos and liked mine, I suppose. And that's how we started chatting. He'd just been in a car crash, so he was off with whiplash, so he just wanted something to do, so we started talking. A few weeks later we started talking on the phone, and then in December time he asked if he could meet me. We lived 150 miles away apart, so I was like, yeah, okay. So on the 27th of December he come down to visit, and my mum, when I told my mum, she was like, oh, he could be a serial killer or anything on the internet, you know. I was like, right, well, you can meet him. So the poor George. We spent that afternoon, 27th of December 2004. We spent the day together, and then that night I was like, oh, we're going out to the pub. And he was like, I thought you didn't drink, because that's one thing before I met him, I wanted to meet someone that didn't drink, and that's a different story, long story. And he didn't drink anyway, so that was good. And I was like, oh yeah, my mum and dad wants to meet you. You should have seen his face, poor lad. So we went and picked them up and went to the pub, and we spent the night together. My mum was like, oh, he's quite alright, nice lad. We were both 20 then. And she gave her approval, so he spent the 28th of December with me, and then on the 29th he was going home and I was going back to work, so I had a couple of days off. So he dropped me off at work and then he started to go home, and then about 45 minutes later he rang me and he goes, can I come to work? I was like, I thought you was on your way home. He was like, yeah, it's snowing and all the roads have been shut, I can't get home. So I was like, yeah, come get my key. So we ended up stopping into January, spent New Year's together. We went out and he met all my friends and that. And then in about the 3rd of January it had all melted, so he went home. And then every other weekend, well, no, not every other weekend, like every time he was off he came down. And he come down on the 18th of January 2005 because my mum was put on her 21st birthday party for me, and we spent about a week, and then he went home and we was on the phone for about 24 hours straight. I don't know how we did it. I'm scared to see what his phone bill was like, but I'm trying to think. About nearly the end of January, so we like officially met a month ago. I don't do the November because we only spoke online kind of thing, so I'd just go off the first day we met in December. So near the end of January he was like, all his travelling and everything, and it was costing me petrol. He goes, I'm going to see if he can transfer down to Blackpool and he'll live down there. And I was like, okay, if you want. Well, it's going a bit fast, but I wasn't scared, if you know what I mean. We'd already said we loved each other quite. He did it with like 2 weeks of meeting, and I was about 4 weeks of meeting. So it was quite quick anyway. But he didn't say where he was living. That's one thing. He just turned up. It was like, oh, my boss, he phoned up the night before he come down. He said, right, I can transfer down, but there's one problem. And I was like, oh, what's that? He goes, because he was a manager at the time where he worked. He goes, I've got to demote to a normal cashier, and because he works he was a manager at a best shop. And I was like, alright, that's going to be less money for you. Are you sure you want to do it? And he was like, yeah, okay. And I was like, alright then. So he got his transfer date. He come down the day before, all his stuff, and knock on the door. I was like, oh, you're moving in with me? Oh, you didn't even ask about that. But I didn't mind. So by the end of January we was living together. So it was really fast, but I don't know, you know, like sometimes you think, oh my god, it's going too fast, I'm scared. But I wasn't like that. It was like, yeah, it's going fast, but I don't mind. So moved in, got the job. By April 2005 we decided to get a mortgage, and we bought a house. And then we lived from April 2005, we lived in our house, which we bought off my mum and dad, because they'd moved into my nana's, because my mum was a carer, because she was starting to fall a lot and everything. So we had to get a living room made into a bedroom and everything. So that was that. And then in October 2005, my nana had a bad fall, and she was in hospital, and there was like, oh, she's only got a few days to live. She's got a slow bleed internally, and she's too old, and that to operate on. So it's like, okay. And that night we went home, and I was like really upset, and I knew he'd bought a ring because I'd seen the email of it. He can never keep a secret from me. I am always checking emails, and I'd seen that, oh, there's a ring being delivered, and I was like, do you know he was going to propose? He was like, how did you know? I was like, I read the email. He was like, yeah. He goes, I planned it out to be romantic on Christmas Day and everything. I was like, couldn't we do it tonight? Because I want to tell Nana that, you know, let her know that everything's going well and stuff. I just wanted her to know before she went that I was happy and stuff. It's weird, but I just wanted her to know. So it was like, yeah, I could see he was in a mood though, because he was sat on the computer, and I was sat on the sofa. So he went upstairs and come down. He just gave me the box and sat back on the computer. So I knew he was in a mood. And I was like, are you not going to ask me to marry? And he goes, no, you've asked for your ring. He goes, you spoiled the surprise. And I was like, so you know you were going to ask me? And I got a bit upset, because and he come over and he cuddled me and said sorry. He just didn't like that I'd spoiled the surprise and that it was getting done early and stuff. So I wrote on the lid of the box the date and the time of the. I do that with everything, even any card or anything. I write the date, anything I'm going to keep. And I went and told my nana, because with the dementia, I was the only one she recognised, really. still. And I don't know, it was weird being that, because you would think, oh, she'd recognise my dad first, but no, it was only me she recognised and things, and so I told her and she gave me a hug and gave me a kiss and that, and then we went home and was like expecting a phone call during the night or whatever, and she didn't pass till the 14th of November 2005, which George's 21st was on the 17th of November, and we was going up to his mum and dad's because it was taking us out for a meal, and I was like, oh, I've got to try and be happy and be sad like on my own. I didn't want to spoil his birthday meal or anything, so we went up to his, and we stayed at his mum and dad's. We went up every 2 weeks to his mum and dad's because George had every weekend off what he was doing, because he'd started working fitting blinds, so, and I'd left work by then, but that's a totally another story. And we went up, we had his birthday meal and that. We come back on the Monday, had the funeral on the Wednesday or something, and then we just like carried on. My dad took it bad. He started smoking again, which I hated him doing, because I'm trying to think what is it, COPD or something? He has problems with his breathing. I can't remember what it's called now. But yeah, he shouldn't have been smoking anyway. So I had nightmares for a while, of my nana dying, and cause I felt guilty because she died on her own that morning, because I'd wanted an extra hour in bed, so I felt dead guilty, so I was having nightmares all the time. Anyway, his sister, we would come up every weekend, and his sister was pregnant with the youngest, Mia, and we was having problems with our neighbours at the house because they were drug dealers, and we were getting knocked up at like 2 in the morning, and we'd open the bedroom window and look down to see who it is, and they're like, oh, can I buy £10 worth of weed and all this stuff? I was like, wrong house, you want next door. I was like, oh, cheers, thanks. So I was sick of that, and then you could hear him beating his girlfriend up all the time, and like you'd see her walking the kids to school with black eyes and everything, and I was like, I hate this place. It was just, Blackpool was just not the same as when I was a kid. It was just for drunks really now. So every time we come up here, I was like, oh, it's like the countryside, and I really liked it. And then in April 2006, no, about March 2006, we come up here, and I was like, I want to move here, I really like it. So that weekend we got home, and I said, I want to talk to my mum and dad, and I went round and I spoke to them about me wanting to move. I said, but I don't want to leave mum and dad, especially dad, the way he was and everything. And my dad was like, no, if you want to go, you go, you don't stay here just for me, and stuff like that. We'll still see each other and all that. So I was like, okay then. And then April, we come up here, and Leanne went into labour with Mia, and on the Sunday she discharged herself on the Saturday night, and on the Sunday she come round, and his mum and dad made Sunday dinner for everyone, and I was lying, I had Mia in my arms, and I was like tearing up a little bit because I can't have kids and that, and it was emotional. But I was like, I definitely want to be here now. I want to see them grow up in that. So I was like, I made my mind up, I'm stopping here. So I was like, okay then. So that week, after, on the Monday we went home. He gave us notice in at his job. We went to estate agents, had them out, put the house on for sale. We started boxing everything. The next weekend he brought me up and I helped babysit. Well, his brother-in-law and his dad and 2 uncles and that all went down and just brought the house up. So it was like April 2005 we got the house. April 2006 we moved out of the house. We moved in with George's mum and dad. And then it wasn't till April 2007 that we got another mortgage and found a house. It was like every April, it seemed to be. But we got our own house and we've been here ever since. 2010 we got married. And that's it, we're up to date, I think. Yes. I mean, I could have gone into detail with everything, but the video would be way too long and you'd probably fall asleep. But sorry, I need a drink. Another thing I wanted to talk about was let's have a look. Today, what day are we? 17th of October. Today is a year since I put my video on YouTube of What Should I Do? I think it was What Should I Do? Let's have a quick look. My videos. Yeah, What Should I Do? It's a year today since I put it on, and I had so many comments on that video of, yeah, you should carry on doing, you should start videos, and it just took off from there. And I'm just wanted to say thank you to everyone, really. There's about 75% of people that watch my videos that aren't subscribed. I had a look at the app and that, and I was like, oh my god, there's that many people that just come and watch but they don't subscribe. I mean, it's free and that, but I was like, it's up to them really, or they might have just come seen one video and didn't like it. There's always that, I suppose. But I'm glad I kept on with it. I'm glad I have all the memories of Lucy, and I'm enjoying doing it, even though I never have a smile on my face. No, I've enjoyed doing it, and thank you to, I think it was Louise. Let's have a quick look. I should have wrote all this down, shouldn't I? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my goodness. I don't know what I'm doing. Have you seen the new app? The new YouTube on the iPad? I'm just all over the place. What do I look for? History in my videos. We'll try that. 54 subscribers. Thank you. No, I can't find it now. I think it was Louise, anyway, that asked for this video. So, thank you for your suggestions. I hope you enjoy my video, and I'll see you next week. Bye.